I already was struggling so hard, actually low-key, to even keep the current roof over my head. And now I have no idea how I'm even going to get through the next few hours. I just don't understand. But yeah, quite frankly, tired of it. I'm tired of my livelihood being in other people's hands. And I have no idea how to fix that.
All right, listen up, y'all. Microsoft just dropped the bombshell. 6,000 people laid off. Yeah, that's about 3% of their workforce. And before you say, oh, they must be struggling, this company just posted record-breaking profits. So why are all these high performers suddenly out of a job? Because it ain't about how well you did. It's about corporate reshuffling. They hit software engineers, product managers, and yep, the middle managers got hit hard too. Here's the real talk. Layoffs ain't always about losing money. Sometimes it's about changing the game plan. Even the top dogs get cut when the org charts get trimmed, and the AI wave is already crashing down on us. So if you're in product engineering or managing people and you haven't leveled up your skills or made sure people know who you are, you're sitting on a ticking time bomb.
Well, second time in a year, almost a year to the day, I got laid off again. Twice in a year. And, what the fuck? What is anyone supposed to do? And they said, because of the economy is crap right now. So, we're gonna lay off a whole bunch of people again. And I already was struggling so hard, actually low-key, to even keep the current roof over my head. And now I have no idea how I'm even going to get through the next few hours. I just don't understand. But yeah, the economy is shit. America is shit right now. I feel like there's a really big plan for them to, tank this so that we have to rely on other things, other people. It's fucking shit. And I'm quite frankly tired of it. I'm tired of my livelihood being in other people's hands. And I have no idea how to fix that, but I'm going to, because this is just wild, and I'm fucking angry more than I am hurt or sad. I'm scared. I have no idea where any of my bills are gonna come from, the money. I'm more angry than anything because I just cannot even believe I used to be able to get a job like the week later if I got laid off.
Guess who got laid off yesterday? It's been a wild ride. So on Tuesday night, everybody in the company got a message from our chief human resources officer basically saying, there's an all hands tomorrow, please make sure you attend. And of course I knew, last minute all hands, never a good sign. This is not my first rodeo, so I definitely had anticipated something like this happening. There have been whispers about potential layoffs for the last month and a half, so I had already started applying. Anyway, we get onto the town hall and the CEO spoke for about 3 minutes, pretty much saying, due to regulatory changes and different needs moving forward in the business, there will be a restructuring, blah, 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 blah. You're either going to get an email to your personal email address with a separation agreement, or you're going to get an email to your work email indicating you still have a job. I was like, what kind of awful reality TV show is this right now? And sure enough, a few minutes later, my Slack gets kicked out. So I knew that I had been laid off, and I was extremely frustrated, hurt, upset yesterday. But today I'm in a much better headspace. It was aggravating because I was the first product manager to join the team. I had built a lot of our products from the ground up. I worked really hard. Not to say I was perfect, nobody is, but I always tried to go above and beyond. I always tried to be strategic and think from the mindset of our customers, really trying to build amazing products. And I was there for about a year and a half, and it didn't matter, and I think it's just a reminder that it doesn't matter sometimes how hard you work, how talented you are, how much of your life you sacrifice for a company, how loyal you are, whatever. Like, at the end of the day, the company is going to make the decision that is the most beneficial for them.
Microsoft ain't the only one cutting deep. Nissan just dropped another 11,000 jobs, pushing their total layoffs to around 20,000. They're even shutting down some plants. Layoffs are about to become the new normal because of this economy. It's shaky as hell right now.
28 years ago, I started in this building as a contractor. And I know a lot of you guys want story time as to the last video. Listen, I don't want to leave. I like my job here. I'm going to miss my friends. I've said goodbye to everybody today. This is officially my last day at Microsoft. And, doing the old tour around to some buildings I used to work at and, saying goodbye to people. But this is where it started. This is where it's going to end. I do want to say, I know a lot of people think I have ill will or I'm angry. I'm just sad. I like working for Microsoft. I get it's a big corporation and they can only do what they can do. But I want to thank them for all they've done for me over the years. I really have enjoyed working here and I'm going to miss it an awful lot. So everybody that has all those weird comments in the last one, they really are a good company. I don't like how this is ending, but
there is one thing that I truly don't understand. Because it seems that everyone wants AI to be better, faster, and smarter. But then Microsoft lays off 6,000 employees and people act surprised. AI companies' CEOs, including Sam Altman, are going in front of Congress to say that AI will cause massive job displacement. And if you're wondering, what is Microsoft gonna do with all the money that they're saving from paying people's salaries? Well, they're investing 80 billion in AI. They're literally using human salaries to fund their replacement. And it's not just them. Fiverr CEO sent out this email to all his employees saying AI is coming for your jobs. Heck, it's coming for my job too. And it doesn't matter if you're a programmer, designer, product manager. Duolingo will replace all his contractors with AI. And Shopify CEO is saying to his staff that they need to prove jobs cannot be done by AI before asking to hire more people. AI might not be good enough yet to really replace people, but CEOs plan on a longer time horizon and they're betting that it will be. And no one is safe. Even one of the top contributors to TypeScript just got laid off by Microsoft. Whether it takes 2, 5, or even 10 years, there is a good chance that AI might replace your job.
So I'm seeing a bunch of people on LinkedIn be like, oh, the layoffs happened because AI is writing everyone's code. Are you guys dumb? Have you never written a line of code in your life? Like, this only makes you look more stupid. Do you think we were waking up being like, oh, we don't have work to do today because AI wrote all my code. Oh my God, I guess I'm just gonna chill and do nothing all day. No, we were all doing real work. Every single one of the 7,000 people that got laid off yesterday had a real job and woke up working on something, having a project in progress that was abruptly cut. Not even our managers, not even their managers knew. There was no planning ahead. This is nothing but a puppet show to drive stock prices up and down. This has nothing to do with AI taking over our jobs. And any company that tells you AI is writing this code is fucking lying to you. It can help us write code, but it is nowhere near a place where it can replace a software engineer, let alone 7,000. Don't be dumb.
I get where this person's coming from, no doubt. Those layoffs weren't because AI just magically wrote everyone's code and sent folks home. These engineers were grinding, working on real projects, and then boom, cut loose with zero heads up. Even their own managers were blindsided. But, and this is important, don't sleep on AI. It's not replacing every single engineer today, true. But make no mistake, AI is reshaping the way work gets done, and it will take jobs, some jobs faster than others. And the AI wave isn't coming. It's already here, changing the rules. So while it's not writing full programs alone yet, it's already trimming the fat and shifting roles. If you're not adapting, upskilling, and staying visible, you're going to get caught in this storm sooner or later.
I was laid off from my job yesterday. It was my first corporate job after college. I was a performance marketer, and I was laid off despite the fact that in the little over a year that I was working for this company and running a media channel myself, my channel made the company literally tens of millions of dollars worth of revenue, despite the fact that during my time, again, the channel hit 4 campaign to date revenue records. So this is just your reminder. If you're really stressed out about your job, if you're crashing out, if you're working late, long hours, to take a step back, let go a little bit, because nothing is worth your health, especially not your mental and your emotional health. Certainly not this job. Nothing is worth giving all of your time and all of your energy over to, especially not this job, because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, you are still disposable in the eyes of that company. So just a little reminder, enjoy your day.
Now let's talk about layoffs. Microsoft is going gangbusters. It is at any given time the biggest or second biggest company in the world by market
Back
value.
and forth with Apple, right?
Yep. How does a company that makes so much money, it's not like we're coming out of the pandemic and things are going south and, okay, we overhired and we made these mistakes. You know, how does one justify this, right?
Mm-hmm.
There have been rumors that Microsoft is looking to remove layers of middle management. They have said overtly, we're trying to get to the point where everyone is kind of high performing, right? Seeing this story made me go back and look at their earnings transcript, because this was the first time in many years I've actually listened to that post earnings conference call live, and something that Amy Hood said stuck with me, and I tried to find it and finally did. And she did sort of opaquely reference this. She said, we continue to focus on building higher performing teams, increasing our agility by reducing layers with fewer managers. Which is like a little preview. I mean, well, they've been doing this a little bit over time, but yeah, so now they lay off 6,000 employees. This is globally across all teams, all organizations within the company. So overall, they'll end this fiscal year down about 1% from a employee count.
Imagine getting laid off after 25 years on your birthday. That's exactly what happened this last week to a Microsoft employee. A family member anonymously jumped on Reddit and told this employee's story. They had worked for Microsoft for 25 years. According to the family member, this employee never missed a day of work, rarely called in sick, and regularly worked 60 hours a week, 60 plus hours a week. It would also be on call during Christmas and other holidays, so other coworkers with children could stay at home. This employee won multiple awards for solving multi-million-dollar bugs, has also mentored hundreds of other employees at Microsoft. And after 25 years, Microsoft shows absolutely no loyalty. This employee gets randomly selected by a computer algorithm, whatever that means, and is now laid off. Guys, in case we need any other kind of reminder, there is no loyalty from these companies, even if you've been at the company for 20 plus years. You can spend 25 years of your life working really, really hard, helping make these companies millions, if not billions of dollars, and then get laid off. No job in 2025 is safe.
All right, guys, 3 weeks in a row now, and 7 out of the last 8 weeks, there has been a major layoff that has occurred within my professional network. I saw some posts earlier about Texas Instruments, and then of course just Googled the news just before recording this. That's a bummer. Big time bummer. And then of course we had Block earlier this week, which Jack Dorsey's the CEO of Block, so love seeing that kind of stuff. And all I'm just left with, you guys, is just absolute bewilderment at the circumstances that surround this job market. We see data every month that says one thing, but the experiences, not only my own experiences, but the experiences of my, former colleagues, my friends, people that I know of in my life, they paint a very different picture. I'm on month 26 of this job hunt, on month 9 of being willing to pretty much accept anything as long as I, mostly remain clothed. And I gotta be real with you, even that's up for debate right now. It's just, the world changes, and there's definitely certain times where we have to adapt. But man, this economy was looking so much better 5 or 6 months ago. Yeah, November changed a lot. Can't afford to pay labor when you're trying to make up for tariffs for the supplies that you need for manufacturing your goods. So, like I said, I don't have all the answers, but yeah. I'm just gonna keep on plugging away, and when I hit my number, inevitably in about an hour, I'll let my mind wander and give this some more thought. You guys have a great weekend. Stay productive, spend time with your family, do things that I can't do, because someday you could be in my shoes, wishing you could go get ice cream with your nephew or your kid, or maybe go grab a beer with a friend and you can't. So make the most of the weekend, you guys. At least for me. Do it for me. And I'll catch up with you guys later.
So I wonder, and I don't mean to be insensitive, my heart goes out to everybody who has been laid off recently with all these big tech layoffs that have been happening since last year. But a part of me wonders if this is somehow a way for employers to start to take their power back. Now, obviously, there's probably a myriad of reasons why these layoffs are happening the way that they're happening and in such large numbers. However, literally a year ago, we had a shortage of workers. We had kind of like an anti-corporate movement where people didn't want to go back to the office. People were starting to stand up for themselves and set boundaries of how long they were going to work, the hours, etc. And people were starting to demand more pay and pay transparency. And I saw a lot of people on here saying that they deserved 6 figures. Even some people, like regardless of how much work experience they had, which is a whole other conversation. And so, given we live in a capitalist society and this is the United States of America, I personally always thought something was going to come that was going to put us in our place. And I wonder if this is it.
So they laid off 19,000 people at my former employer today. I got laid off from there last year, and I worked there for 24 years. And something about today, I handled my layoff quite well. I mean, I'm not saying I wasn't sad or didn't have any emotions. Of course I did. After 24 years getting laid off, that sucks. But I kind of have handled it pretty well emotionally. Specifically, I've been a lot better at navigating it than I thought I would be. But today, a year plus later, seeing the announcement today of 19,000 people losing their jobs, and not only that, they decimated the benefits package for the people that are still there. And I have a feeling they're going to cut people's pay and all kinds of stuff, which is just horrible. And it enraged me in a way today that I can't even explain how angry I was. I worked in my backyard on some landscaping for 2.5 hours. I cut my hand. I broke my power washer. I aggressively pruned a lot of trees in my backyard. But when I finally kind of came down and, relaxed and chilled out a little bit and felt the rage dissipate, it was the news articles, the news articles and the comments from the C-suite that enraged me, because it's sort of basically the emperor has no clothes. And I know I wasn't the only one working there that raised the flags on certain things. It just have a bad taste in my mouth about the whole thing today. And I'm feeling really sad about people losing their job in a job market that already sucks shit. Corporate greed. 2 thumbs down.
Man, we're living in some seriously interesting economic times right now, especially since this new government took over. All these tariffs and constant changes, yeah, they're hitting hard, no doubt about it. It's like every day brings a new challenge, new rule, new hurdle. We can't just sit back and complain. We got to get out there, hustle harder, and do what we got to do to keep moving forward. No matter how rough it gets, the grind don't stop. Adapt, stay sharp, and keep pushing. That's how you survive and thrive in times like these.